Hey everybody, thank you so much for downloading this instructional. I hope that you find a bunch of useful information in here. We're going to be going over what I like to refer to as sideline harness, but what a lot of my students have started to name the Walshing machine. This is a positional series where we can hold people in a spot where it's going to take them 3 to 4 to 5 moves to start being able to counterattack us. And that's really, for me, the safest place to be in jiu-jitsu, where I know they have to do 3 or 4 things right and I can head them off at the pass every time they try. So from here, in this initial position where we have people in the sideline harness, we can move to S-mount, we can move to back triangles, we can move to bow and arrows, arm bars, wing chokes, kimuras from the top, and then a couple of tricky things that I've thrown in for bonus material. This isn't a deep dive on any one of those submissions, but rather I just show some of the things that have been really useful to me over the years in this position, and I hope that's super useful to you as well. If you're a blue belt or above, I think the attacks are going to be really useful to just maybe add a little something into your game, a detail maybe you skipped over or haven't seen yet. Because we all do these things in different ways, and for me personally, I like to pick up a little piece of something from everyone I train with. If you're newer, it might be something where you're really focused on the position and maintaining the position and then trying some of these transitions as you get more and more familiar with the positions. Either way, I'm so thankful that you've come and supported me through this instructional. I hope it's super useful. I'd love your feedback or something that you'd like me to create more content around that you liked in this instructional. Please let me know. Hope you enjoy it. For me, this spot, can I have you down for a second, is incredibly safe. There is no way my opponent can attack me in this position. If I have a harness and they're on their side, they can get out of here in different ways, but there's no way that he can submit me in this position. So I like to think of this as like home base. If you're playing a game of tag and you run and hide somewhere that's been designated as the safe spot, this is it. He has to do 5 or 6 things to get back to attacking me. And on the way to that, he might give something up that I can reassert an attack. So that is what we'll talk about. I'm gonna give an overview first of a little bit of the control and then all the submissions we're gonna go through, and then we'll break those down one by one. In my ideal scenario, my chin is gonna be attached to Kevin's shoulder and my chest is gonna be up behind his scapula, and my hips are gonna be down. So when I'm here, and my hips are up and my knees are in the ground, Kevin's ability to roll back towards me is pretty strong, right? So when I'm in this position, all I do, if I just put my hips down, now there's a wall there, right? He can't go through my chest, we're pretty stuck. The other thing I'm gonna be doing while that hip is down is driving my elbow into his rib cage while this harness is locked. Now if he wants to go to his knees into quarters, he's stuck that direction too. So first we're just initiating this control here. And as he struggles to get out of this position is where things come alive. Did you see as he was going that way, his hand reached, go back that way? That gives me a grip on that wrist. So from here, we can do things like sit up and take this kimura. We can do things like throw our leg around and hit arm bars. We can come here and chair sit to the back. The other thing that happens is his neck gets exposed in this position. So as he rolls that direction and I grab a gi, he rolls right into his own choke. There's a wing choke there. There's an entry to get back into that S-mount arm bar. There's all kinds of things that happen from there. If he's trying to come back towards me, this arm often opens up. And now I have a claw underneath his arm. And we can sit into things like bow and arrows and back triangles. So those are all the things we're gonna go over in detail, talk about the finishes of all of those in a longer format. So, hope you're excited.